All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a really simple but kind of powerful 10-day practice. It's designed to do one thing, to pull you out of that mental fog and plug you back into your own life. It's called the offline diary, and honestly, it might just change how you see your day-to-day world.
So, let me ask you something. Do you ever get to the end of the day, or maybe even the end of the week, and it feels like it all just melted together? You know you were busy, you know you got things done, but the actual details, they're just kind of hazy? Yeah, if that's hitting close to home, you are definitely not alone. There's a name for this feeling. It's called autopilot mode. It's that state where we're totally functioning, we're getting from A to B, but we're not really present for the journey.
So what's the deal with this autopilot mode? Well, it's way more than just having a packed schedule. It's this cycle of mental clutter that just keeps us from really connecting with what's happening right here and right now. So let's talk about how we can start to break that cycle.
Think about it. We're eating lunch, but we're actually just answering emails. We're walking to the car, but our mind is already planning dinner. We're scrolling on our phones while a family member is talking to us. We are absolutely moving through our lives, but we're missing all the little textures and details that make it our life. Okay, so that's the big question, isn't it? How do we break this habit? How do we flip that switch from autopilot back to manual and just start paying attention to our own lives again?
And that brings us to the solution we're looking at today. The 10-day offline diary experiment. Now, don't worry, this isn't about writing the next great novel. It's just a simple, structured little tool to help you rediscover the life that you're already living. So what is it exactly? Well, the offline diary is just a 10-day practice. Every day, you answer 6 simple questions. That's it. The whole goal isn't to judge your answers or get a perfect score, but just to start building that muscle of awareness. Okay, so here they are, the 6 daily questions. And as you can see, they're incredibly simple. These are the exact prompts you'll use every single day. They might look basic, but that's the genius of it. They are intentionally designed to start rewiring your attention in 2 really important ways. Let's break them down. So, the first part of this practice is all about turning your focus inward. It's like a daily check-in with your own mind, your own emotional state, which is something most of us almost never make time for. Question number 1. It's a straight-up yes or no. Take 10 just means taking 10 minutes for yourself. That could be meditating or just sitting quietly with a cup of tea, whatever gives you a little headspace. It's the foundational act of just carving out that time. And I love this because it gets right to the heart of the whole thing. The source material is super clear. If the answer is no, you don't beat yourself up about it. You just gently remind yourself why it's important and try again tomorrow. It's a practice of kindness, not perfection. The next few questions are like your own personal emotional barometer. They just ask you to notice how you felt before and after that quiet time, and how your mood kind of shifted during the day. But the key here is that little prompt. Were you comfortable with that feeling? It encourages you to be curious about your emotions instead of just labeling them as good or bad.
Okay, so once you've checked in with your internal world, the diary does something really cool. It asks you to flip your focus outward. This is the second key part of the practice, literally awakening your senses to the world around you.
And this is where things get really fun. The diary asks, were you aware of the little things? And then each day it gives you a very specific sensory prompt to guide you. It points your attention to things you experience every single day but probably don't really notice. For instance, it starts with something so simple. On day 1, it might ask you this: did you notice the warmth of the water in the shower this morning? It's a feeling so common that we almost never actually feel it.
Or how about this one? Did you notice the taste and texture of your breakfast? Or did it just kind of disappear while your mind was already in your first meeting of the day?
Then, later on, it might pivot to your sense of hearing. The sound of birds is usually just background noise, right? But the diary asks you to bring it to the foreground, to actually listen for a moment. Or it could be about touch, that sensation of the breeze on your skin. You see the pattern here? Each prompt is designed to just gently pull you back into the physical reality of being alive in this moment.
So, all of this, checking in with your feelings, noticing these tiny sensory details, it's all leading up to one final, really powerful question that you answer every single day.
And here it is. This is the whole point. By intentionally paying attention to the ordinary, you start to see the extraordinary. You begin to spot these little details in your daily routine that have been there all along, but were just totally invisible to you when you were on autopilot.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, the real power isn't in the diary itself. The magic is in the quality of attention that you start to build by using it.
When you get right down to it, the offline diary isn't just a record-keeping exercise. It's more like a mental training program. For just 10 days, you're actively rewiring your brain to default to being present instead of being distracted, to really notice instead of just overlook. And that leaves us with one final thought. You don't have to wait to start a whole 10-day challenge. The practice can begin right now. So, I'll ask you, what is one small thing, a sound, a taste, a sensation, that you're going to choose to truly notice today?